Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy Skywarp. Now, unlike Hot Rod and Iguanus, who I both reviewed together, this guy was put on Hasbro Pulse UK a bit later than those two. Why? I'll never know. Maybe it was to just troll me. But, well, that's besides the point. Because, well, let's just have a look at the box. And unlike my previous review, Core Class Optimus Prime, the Legacy Core figures are put in boxes. And, of course, we've already seen this kind of packaging because we saw it in the review for Hot Rod and Iguanus. So just going to be a bit quicker looking at this. So we got Skywarp's alt mode here. Of course, we have his name here. Got a picture of Skywarp. Got all the different Decepticons in Legacy. Got the back artwork. And well, that's pretty much it. And for the core figures, the QR code is on the instructions. If you want to scan that. So there you go. And well, getting to Skywarp, it's just a little baby Skywarp, which is adorable. And of course, unsurprisingly, this is a redeco of Kingdom Core Class Starscream. So yeah, Core Class fun to crack a when, Hasbro. But well, just looking at the actual figure, of course it's the standard Seeker Affair. So we've got the standard cockpit here. Got the wings. There's a pin in the middle. It is for the transformation. The underneath, which, yeah, we got a faux cockpit here, unfortunately. The guy does have quite a, well, it's got a dynamic transformation, I'll give it that. Or at least the way that the torso transforms. And unfortunately, there's no landing gear that I can see. I mean, it is a legend-sized figure, so that it is to be expected. And well, for this guy's weaponry, he comes with a pitchfork, or at least that's what it looks like. I don't know, maybe he's gonna use it against, like, bales of energy on hay. But, well, this can just go on the front of the jet. Okay, where are the null rays, Hasbro? Where are the null rays? And what strikes me as perplexing is, on this guy's QR code bio on the website, he actually does have the null rays. I'm not joking. If you scan the QR code, he actually does have the null rays. So I don't know if they were like cut in production or what. I don't know, maybe like the budget went into the little pitchfork instead. Well, there is a reason for this, and we'll get into that into the robot mode, but just getting that just getting that thing up my face for now. Let's just get onto the comparison with the biggest Skywarp I have. Here he is with Earthrise Skywarp. And yeah, you can definitely see the size difference. So yeah, if Cybertronians had Bringing a Kid to Work Day, this is making me wish that I brought the core hot rod out for my Anonymous review. Oh well. Yeah, this is just adorable to look at. But yeah, you can see that the Earthrise figure does indeed have the null raise, whereas this guy has visible arm syndrome instead. Of course, both don't have visible thrusters. Well, I guess you could repurpose these as thrusters, I guess, because they sort of have detailing. One detail I noticed is that the wing insignias, like the Decepticon insignias, are positioned differently. Like, you can see they're positioned like this here on the Earthrise figure, so they're like downwards, and upwards on the Legacy figure, if you can see that. But yeah, the Decepticon insignias on the Seekers have always been a bit random. Sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's like this, you know. I don't really have a preference. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the comparison. Oh yeah, these wings can flap down, whereas these ones can flap up. Well, it doesn't unpeg at the arm. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the comparison, and I'm just going to get this Skywarp transformed for the robot mode comparison later on. Okay, so got this guy transformed, and in fact, just before I transformed this guy, another quick comparison I want to do, well, not comparison, but quick side-by-side. Here are the other two Legacy core figures so far. Well, if I can get Hot Rod transformed correctly. But here we have Hot Rod, Iguanus, and Skywarp all together. If we just give them their weapons. Just give Hot Rod its swords. Give Iguanus his little, I guess, cannon. And give Skywarp his, I guess, pitchfork. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the side-by-sides. Alright, so to get this guy transformed, well, if you've seen how Core Class Starscream transforms, you know how this guy transforms. But well, let's just get the tail fins up. And tap this. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. There we go. But you open all this up. Like so. Just get the legs down. We'll get the head down from inside the actual cockpit. That allows us to get this down. Then we can just rotate all this around. And we can just get that into place. In fact, before we close this up, take the head and just spin that around. And that should let us close this, hopefully, if I've done this correctly. Just like the Earthrise figure, take the tail fins, and if you can, just rotate them up. Unpack the arms. Get off the ball joint because of course you're on camera. So the figure just wants to fight against you all of a sudden. There we go. And just take the nose cone section. And that just goes around to the back. And here we have Skywarp in robot modes. So yeah, not really much to say here. It's just a little tiny Skywarp. We're having a 360 of the figure. Looking at the head. Thankfully, unlike the Earthrise figure, this guy's not screaming his, whatever the Cybertronian equivalent of lungs are out. He's just got a standard neutral expression, which... If we just get the Earthrise figure for comparison. That's why he's yelling. The camera's not even freaking focusing. So you can see the difference there. Well, if we just give him his weapon, I suppose if you want to, he can hold it like this, but yeah, he's meant to hold it like this. And that just, I mean, cool, but yeah, it's just weird about the null rays. But well, there is a reason for this. If we just get the instructions out, as you can see, you can combine the little fork weapon with Hot Rod's sword and Iguanus' little gun. So if we just do that. So I guess the sword just goes in here. I'm not sure if it goes in like this or like this. I'll just quickly check the instructions again. So it's like this. And then this is meant to, well, it's supposed to go in like this, but this peg is too long, so you have to, I guess, have it in like this. So yeah, but it leaves you with this huge sword weapon. But who knows, maybe I've actually got this upside down. And what do you know, I actually do have this upside down. There we go, that's how it's meant to be. Then a figure could just hold this. And then they can announce that they have the power. So yeah. I mean, cool gimmick. I'm pretty sure kids are going to enjoy this, but is this really worth sacrificing the null raise for? Well, if you want to, you can give this to the other core figures. So if you want Iguanus to hold it, there you go. Or if you want to have Hot Rod hold it, like his package art shows. There you go. I don't know why an Autobot and 2 Decepticons would have their weapons combined. I don't know, maybe Legacy has some lore where Hot Rod, Skywarp, and Iguanus have to team up to fight someone. I don't know, it's just a little gimmick for it's just a fun gimmick is all. Although, one thing is, this isn't about Skywarp, it's about these two weapons. It's hard to separate Iguanus and the Hot Rod's weapons about snapping them. Well, the fear of snapping them, I mean. But well, that's pretty much it for the weapon. Let's compare him with his father. So here's Airfry's Skywarp. And yeah, you can definitely see a difference here. I mean, for one, the Airfry's figure's got purple shoulders. It's got silver waists. Got some more detail on the legs. So yeah. Although they both have the nose cone on the back, so yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to show. Can the little weapon take any blast effects? I know it's a fork, but still. And the answer is surprisingly yes. So you can actually have this be a lightsaber if you want. So yeah, the thought that this could be a lightsaber, that makes me like this weapon a whole lot more. Although, there we go. Now, unfortunately, because this is a core figure, there's no ports underneath for the laser feet. But oh well. But while getting onto the articulation, the head can move if you can reach in there, because the little shoulder pylons can get in the way. The arms can move, although the wings do get in the way, so you have to sort of fold them back. But yeah, the wings can fold. Skywarp can T-pose. The elbows can, of course, move. And they can swivel, which I'm not going to do in case they pop off the ball joint. There's no waist articulation, unfortunately. Legs can go forward. They can kick back about that far. It's got a knee joint, which can swivel. It's got the usual splits. And unfortunately, there's no ankle pivot, but oh well. It is a Legends figure. And well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. It's a really cool, fun figure, especially if you're a Legends collector. But the lack of null rays definitely does bring it down a bit for me. I mean, you could 3D print some, or even just buy another like Kingdom Core Starscream to take the null rays from that. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'll release the null rays eventually. I'm not sure. Like they'll release like another weapons pack like they did with the Centurion drone, and that will come with the null rays. But for now, the lack of null rays is definitely noticeable. But yeah, that is my main complaint. Well, do I recommend this figure? If you're a fan of legend-sized figures, then well, if you don't mind the null rays not being there, then definitely this is a really fun figure. But if you absolutely must have the null rays, then well, I'm pretty sure there's other legend-sized Skywarps out there. But if you don't mind, then this is definitely a good pick. Well, this has been my review on Legacy Core Class Skywarp, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.